everybody, this is Booster, and welcome to the Wicked Woodman. I can't even speak. Welcome to the Wicked Woodsman's Harescramble. And we're up here in Comins, Michigan. And this is not the start of the race. This is the parade lap. It's a very aggressive parade lap. Everybody's hitting her pretty hard, but yeah, it's just a parade lap. We're out here getting a feel for, I would say, 3/4 of the track or so, you know. Anyway, it's really hot. It's like 90 degrees out here. The sun is just bearing down on us. It's extremely dusty, and this is going to be a rough one. I knew this was going to be a rough one. Sitting where I'm at in the points, my philosophy for this race was as hot as it is, and the fact that my wrists are both still sprained and kind of hurting me, I was like, I'm just gonna go out and play it smart. Like, I can't afford to have like a did not finish. I can't afford to have a real bad result. But if I get somewhere in the mid-pack, that should be good enough. So that's kind of what I'm going out here. That's the mindset. That's what I'm looking to do is get somewhere around 10th place. Because you still get a decent amount of points, and yeah. So here we are. Oh, and look, the arrows go right, but we go left. Looks like Kevin's already on it. He's already discovered that there's a problem, but none of us have. So we just keep riding. And right here, whoa, 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 whoa. Actually, I'm going to have to bleep that. I'm definitely going to have to bleep that. My brakes went out. I've got no rear brakes. So I'm like, oh shoot, like I gotta get back in here because I think we're racing. Oh, easy there, guy. I think we're racing. And there's a pile up, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna go around the pile up here. I get around them, and I discover that I suck without rear brakes. I rely on them a lot, and I am very slow without them. So this just is not working. And I gotta bleep that too. So it's like, okay, here we go. I'm gonna ride back. Oh, at supersonic speed through the ferns here, and whoa, what's going on here? This is surprising. She says everybody's all over, and that's the F class coming through. So I go driving up here, and turns out my truck isn't there because my wife went to this amusement park thing with the kids. So let's try this again. After I bleed the brakes and get my brakes back, we have a restart. So I lucked out. To my left there is Brown Strange. He's on that 500, and he's like one of the guys that's really close to me in the points. So I was like, okay, I either need to beat him or just keep him in sight, or just finish somewhere around him. Don't let him get like too many points ahead of me. As long as I finish near him, you know, like, I should end up pretty good in this race. So here we go again, off the restart, and I guess it was kind of cool actually knowing where the track was going to go. And I don't know, I've never ridden a track that I actually know what direction it's going to take before. So here we go. Oh, whoa, he hits that tree. Is that Reed? I think it might be, I'm not sure. Going slow motion. Boom, he bounces that back tire off the tree. Goes flailing around a bit, and then he looks back at me like, did you see that? Yeah, I saw it. Here he goes, corking it to her. And he's moving at a pretty good pace, and I'm keeping up with him. And, you know, again, I'm somewhere mid-pack right now, so I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like my pace is pretty good. I'm doing what I need to do in order to keep the points that I have, or keep the lead that I have and stay in 4th place, or so I think. You guys will find out more about that at the end of the video. Alright, so here we go. We're going down the trail again. And I think this is where we got off in the first place. But instead of a left, we're going to take a right. And look at all that tape. That's right. We can definitely see that tape now. Alright. And this... I don't know. Like... The track, I liked it. I did. But from a slower guy's perspective, it was a fun track, but it was a rough track. And the reason I say that is because it's really tight, okay? And as a slower guy, as a guy in the C class, it kind of sucks for us when the track is really tight, because that means the fast guys don't have anywhere to get around us. So we constantly have to like pull off, or like, I don't know, it's rough, because you've either got guys that are like behind you and they're all pissed off because you're in the tight stuff and you have nowhere to pull off for them and they're hung up behind you, or you try to pull off through the really tight stuff and it's all sketchy and you end up running into stuff and getting yourself hurt, which I don't want to do that either. So it's kind of, you know, like a lose-lose situation for the slow guys. I don't know how many times I'm going to say but in a situation, that's 4, alright? A situation like this, where it's going to be real tight, what I prefer is for there to be multiple lines. Like, okay, there's this one, and then like every so far, if there's tight stuff, or especially in the really tight stuff, do 2 lines. Do like a left one and a right one, so that if we go one way, the fast guys can go the other way, and we can keep on with our race and not really have to have that many interruptions in our race, and the fast guys don't have to wait for us. They can just zoom on through. So that's what I prefer in really tight tracks, because I do like the tight tracks. They're fun. But anyway, here I am. I'm behind this whole group of people. I can look up ahead, and I keep getting glimpses of the guy on the 500 up there. So I know I'm doing decent. Oh, and here we're in some real tight stuff. Oh, I'm gonna bushwhack it through here. Yeah, look at, plowing all kinds of stuff over. The visor comes down. Hey, there's my scorecard, my transponder there. And it was a lot of this where you could, you could hit it with your bark buster. It wasn't gonna wipe you out, but at the same time, you didn't know if there was gonna be like a stump or something in there. And another thing that was kind of different about it was you didn't know how far the next guy was up ahead. Like, look, that's all the further I am behind the next position right there. So I get out here and I really start laying it to it, trying to catch up to this guy. And I think I did, you know, like gain quite a bit of ground on him through the grass track area here. But it's weird because in the tight stuff like that, you don't know how far that guy is ahead of you. So you don't know, like, okay, should I push myself? Should I take it easy? With the heat and everything like it was, I've been susceptible to heat stroke in the past. Like, I've got myself, like, pretty sick to where I had to lay down and, like, just had, like, bad migraines and, like, dry heaving. It just felt horrible. And I didn't want to push myself up into that situation today. Because, right there, I'm going to get a did not finish. And that's probably not where my mindset should be. I shouldn't be thinking, don't, you know, screw this up and make it hard for you to finish. I should be thinking, like, don't kill yourself, but... Whoa, hey, nice try, bud. You tried to get around him, but... I don't know. Needless to say, it was really hot. I don't know how many times I need to mention that. It was really hot. And here's the big problem, okay? I'm not fast enough in this tight stuff to be able to go fast enough to get myself a nice breeze to keep me cool. So the bike is feeling extremely hot. I'm feeling extremely hot. It's just a bad situation. And look here on the left, okay? What do we got going here? Was he waving around like a handkerchief, or what is that? I don't know. I was like, what? Is he like waving a handkerchief at me while I'm driving by? So I try to get by real quick and sneak by here. Don't get by him. And we're coming through. and I can see, yeah, scoring's up ahead right here. So I come in and I stall the bike out.
Come on.
And this little girl starts making fun of me. Look at her, she was like throwing her arms out. She's like, I don't know what she was saying, but it sounded like she was taunting me. In my head, she was taunting me. So I fire it back up and get on my way. And I think that was Reed that hit the tree, because I think that's him right in front of me. So we get going again. Yeah, there's some kids there. Hello, kids. And by the way, if anybody's on the side of the track and they yell and I act like I'm totally ignoring you, just so I can like convince you that I'm not a complete jerk, I have a real hard time like hearing anything besides the bikes out here. So like my wife was like, yeah, we were on the side and we like yelled for you like 2 laps in a row. I didn't see her, so I don't know. Even my own wife and kids, I don't know. I guess I'm just paying attention to not killing myself out here, really, to tell the truth, if we're gonna be honest. And here we go by again. Yeah, and what is that? So there's lap 2. We've got lap 2 in the books. Where are we at here? Oh, I look up ahead, and there's the guy on the 500. He's pitting and he's getting gas because that thing's a guzzler. So I got around him, and now I'm thinking, okay, now all I have to do is just putz around out here. I really don't have to take it. I don't have to go crazy. I don't have to go fast. I can conserve energy and not overexert myself and not get hot, because I know that like no matter what, he's gonna finish relatively close to me. Here goes Pony. Little shout out for Pony. But yeah, I know the guy on the 500. I know that he's gonna be close to me. Like if he does pass me, he's not gonna beat me by much. It's not gonna be like by too many positions. And if he doesn't, then that's even better. And everybody and their mom is passing me on this lap, I swear. Everybody and their grandma's passing me on this lap. I'm hot and I'm tired and my wrists are really hurting me. Like I don't know, at Evergreen Creek, my sprained wrist didn't hurt me near as bad, but they are hurting me out here now. And partially why I'm showing this too is like, I consider myself a courteous racer, okay? If you're not in my class, I get over at the first available moment and let people by. I don't have a problem doing that because you're not in my class. It's no big deal. Oh, and here's me going slow through this. Like I can't even stand because that's too much like shock on my forks and it shakes my wrist around too much. So now I'm just sitting like completely 100% of the time as I'm riding. And I just don't have it in me. Here's the 500, goes by me. And you hear me, I'm like, as he goes by me. And I know I'm not gonna be able to keep up, but at least I can like minimize the damage and try not to let anybody else in my class by me. I don't know, it's a rough race. I'm having a hard time out here. But I'm gonna finish it. So I'm coming up through the woods here, and look how tight it is. And I hear a guy behind me and he revs at me and he hits his rev limiter. And apparently I'm not getting over fast enough because he gets right on me and he just holds it down. So I brake check him. He runs into the back of me and it's like, there you go, you know, you didn't want me to hold you up. You're acting like I don't need to be out here. I don't know. I don't like that. I consider that like trying to bully me out here on the racetrack, and I didn't like it. Now that guy too, I've spoke with him after the races before, and he's a cool guy and everything, and he probably, you know, just wanted to go out here and race and win and everything, and I understand that, I do, and I was being Mr. Grumpy Pants, but honestly, guys, I mean, give us slow guys some time to, like, find an opening and get out of the way. You guys don't understand, like, at this point in the race, our balance is not good. If we try to get over in a spot that's not, like, perfectly suited for us to get over, we're gonna crash. So, I don't know, that's just my little spiel there. I get the checkered flag, and what's this? I'm handed something, and I look down, and what is it?
I'm keeping these.
I'm keeping these, I say. It's a pair of panties. Yeah, I gotta take them back and show the wife. She'll be excited. First, she wanted to know, the first thing she wanted to know was, number one, are they clean? And then number two, she wanted to know if they were in her size. But anyway, a little bit of the story behind that is, before the race, I posted some pictures of me on Facebook with this, like, little Fu Manchu mustache and like this big wide mohawk. And I pretty much said, you know, like, ladies, don't throw your undergarments onto the track. Like, I know I'm looking sexy. This is the gist of it. This is not word for word. I'm just recalling it. And I was like, if you have to, you know, wait till after the checkered flag comes out, and then feel free to let them fly. And, you know, just joking around. Well, surprise, surprise. I got not one pair of panties, but two pair of panties. And I'm going to put the photos in here in the link to the Facebook stuff or whatever. Not the link, but just pictures of it, because I thought it was pretty cool. And they're going in the trophy case. It's something to remember. And then after the race, I washed up. I had 5 gallons of water there. I washed up, and we took my daughters. They're still little, and we took them to that the amusement park, like just south of the race there. And they had a good time. We let them ride the rides, and you know, it was a good time. Anyway, it was a hard race. It was a fun race. It could have been better if it wasn't as hot. But, you know, it is what it is, and I got through it. And needless to say, I did screw up in my strategy for the points, because I am now tied in 4th. If you consider the next drop, because there will be one more drop, I will be tied in 4th place. So it comes down to me and the other guy. I don't remember his name offhand here. Let's have a look at this scorecard. Jeremy. All right, so it's going to be Jeremy and I going head to head, and he has been killing it. He's been getting like second place, like I don't know. He has been destroying it. So my chances aren't very good at Portland, but I'm going to come out and give it all I got. Hopefully my wrists are healed up by next week. Even if they're not, I'm gonna give it a good try. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, this is Booster, and we're looking at a really exciting conclusion to the year. We'll see what happens. I'll see you guys at Portland.